Kaylin, you shouldn't even be here. Like, why do you I hope you go. And I lost
Good evening. Welcome to the Carlin Lynch Activity Center and Coach Steve Gaspar Court for what is a bittersweet night. As we recognize our 4 graduating cheerleaders, 3 graduating boys basketball players.
Boys basketball action here tonight as the Dartmouth High Indians play host to the Middleborough High School Sachems. And before we tip off tonight's action, we are going to experience a little bit of a pregame ceremony for which we honor this year's seniors of the Dartmouth High School Indians. Again, everyone, welcome to Dartmouth High School. Ian Abreu alongside Ben Smith. And Ben, there will be 3 Dartmouth High Indian seniors honored here tonight at senior night.
Yeah, we got Jake Chiquito, Johnny Neal, and Jake Chiquito. Really good players for Dartmouth, and they have a bright future ahead of them.
And what we were talking about during the Open, Ben, when we were off air, is that this is a pretty deep squad, a deep team, and the fact that they're only graduating 3 seniors goes to show you how this program has been structured. A lot of contributions from different age groups, from different grades, and these 3 seniors are certainly going to be missed, but the future certainly does look bright for the Dartmouth High Indians boys basketball program.
Yeah, especially when you have Aiden Smith, who is a sophomore, and he has 2 more years left here on the basketball program. And then you have Hunter Madison returning to his last year next year, and then Elijah Montero, Adam McGower, etc. Really good key players that they're not going to lose, but especially these players, like you just said, there will be certainly missed 1,000%.
Well, I'll tell you what, before we tip off tonight's game, we'll preview this one a little bit. This should be a barn burner, folks. You got the Dartmouth High School boys team coming in with a 15-2 overall record. They are tournament bound. They are postseason bound. They are ranked 8th in the state. They're playing host to a team in the Sachems that they're not too shabby themselves. They come in with a 14-5 overall record, and they're ranked 22 overall in the state. And they too are tournament bound. And Ben, your keys to the game here tonight. You've got two good teams, both with high-octane offenses, and it should be a fun one.
Yeah, indeed, it should be a fun one tonight with the top-seeded teams. They're not that far around, with losses and wins. This should be a highly competitive back-and-forth game. That's what I'm expecting tonight.
Of course, the Sachems are led by their big guys up front: Charlie Botello, the senior forward and center; Jacob Briggs, the senior forward; and Nick Marzelli, the point guard who quarterbacks this offense. All very skilled, athletic players to watch here tonight. Well, without further ado, we will now kick it down to courtside for the public address announcement for our 3 honoring seniors.
Number 11, Jake Shacrito, accompanied by his parents, Paula and Carlos. Now introducing number 23, John Emile, accompanied by his mother, Susan. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time, effort, and pride you place into your athletic careers, and we wish you the best of luck with all your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 graduating seniors of Dartmouth High School.
Ian Abreu and Ben Smith back with you courtside as we're about to tip off boys varsity basketball action between the hosting Dartmouth High Indians and the visiting Middleborough High School Sachems in a non-league, non-conference tilt here, but nonetheless, two teams headed towards their respective tournaments, and they are primed and ready to go, Ben. And with that being said, let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight.
You want to start off with Middleborough?
Or ahead to Middleborough.
Oh.
Yep, please.
All right. For the starting lineups for Middleborough is number 3 guard Nick Marzelli, forward number 10 Jacob Briggs, forward number 21 Charlie Patello, forward number 22 Matt Youngquist, and senior number 24 Darian McGuffey. And for Dartmouth, sophomore guard number 3 Aiden Smith, senior forward number 10 Dylan Gomes, senior guard number 11 Jake Chiquito, senior forward number 23 Johnny Meal, and center number 34 Hunter Madison.
Hunter Madison has certainly come into his own these last couple of years. I remember seeing him during his freshman/rookie season just 2 short years ago, and he has certainly grown as a player, as an athlete. He's bulked up. He's actually grown a little bit over the last couple of years. He was right around 6'4"-ish when he was a freshman, and now he's hovering just north of 6'7". He is certainly a big man down low to clog the lane for these Indians.
Dang, that's big. He was 6'4", and now he's 6'7", using that phenomenal wingspan of himself. And he's a really good rebounder and a really good shooter. And yeah.
The Indians, of course, are led by head coach Nicholas Simonetti, while the Sachems are led on their side by head coach Joe Pazzi. The Sachems are coming into tonight's tilt with the road blacks with white trim and orange lettering and logos, and of course the homestanding Indians are in the usual white tops, white pants with green lettering and green numbering.
Yeah, I like what you're saying there. I like when Dartmouth wears all white. It really just shows, like, I like anything that's white out, 100%.
You always want to explain, and I learned this at broadcasting school and getting my communications degree a long time ago, even when you're broadcasting on TV, and it's not radio, of course, you always still want to tell the folks at home the colors of the uniforms, because they could still be a sight-impaired individual listening to the game on TV, because this game obviously is not available on radio, so TV is all you've got.
Yeah, but like what I was saying, I like anything that's white. When a home team wears a white jersey, I'm fine. I like when Dartmouth wears white. I like when any team wears white, hypothetically, just saying that.
I always like that look. Like, I went to New Bedford High School, and the football team, sometimes they would have the red on red, the red tops or red pants, and traditionally it's red and white, but I like the full-on straight color like this, black on black. That looks nice as well for the Sachems. And again, we'll run down the starting lineup of the Sachems as you see them being announced. Nick Marzelli, Jacob Briggs, Charlie Botello, Matt Youngquist, and Darian McGuffey.
And you can really tell from Middleborough's standpoint that they are a really tall team.
Well, I was just going to say that, Ben. This is a team that has a lot of depth and a lot of height down low. And we'll run through the Dartmouth High starters once again. Aiden Smith, Dylan Gomes, Jake Chiquito, John Emile, and Hunter Madison.
They're all loud and about here on senior night.
Junior center, number 34, Hunter Madison.
Will now rise for the playing of our national anthem. All right, it's time to get some basketball action going here at the Coach Steve Gaspar Court and the Carlin Lynch Activity Center on the campus of Dartmouth High School. We had a great pregame ceremony for those of you who were able to join us and saw it, for which 3 of the Dartmouth High School seniors were honored tonight: Dylan Gomes, Jake Chiquito, and John Emile. Now that the pomp and circumstance is over, it's time for some real action here, and I know players on both sides are champing at the bit for that. It'll be Hunter Madison on the tip against Charlie Botello. A couple of bigs going at it here. Should be a lot of fun to watch them play down low here this evening.
Should be a great game today. Glad to be with you once again, Ian.
Same here, Ben. Good to see you. And let's have a good one here tonight.
Here we go.
Hunter has a few inches of a height advantage over Botello. And the tip is deflected and taken by Gomes and company. Gomes, right side of the arc, kicks it to Jake. Handoff to Gomes. On a give and go to Aiden. Aiden Smith drops it back. Here's Chiquito, gets a nice pick. Around the timeline we go. Nice ball movement by the Indians here on this first possession. Bounce pass down low by Smith. Intercepted by the Sachems. Going coast to coast. Euro step. Layup is no good. Taken by Marzilli. Rebound grabbed by the Indians.
Great drive there by Marzilli. Unable to get the shot in, but great drive there.
Dylan thought about a 3. He'll take it on the baseline, and it's good. Dylan Gomes, the senior, on senior night. He cracks the scorer's sheet first.
Glad a senior is getting on there first.
Here's Marzilli across the timeline. He'll slow it down. As I mentioned during the open, Nick Marzilli is the quarterback of this offense. Bounce passed on low. Marzilli, Euro step again on that hop, skip, and jump, and a rejection by Hunter.
What a deflection there by, a rejection there by Hunter Madison.
Chiquito gets his pocket picked, and McGuffey's off to the races, but what great back hustle by Aiden Smith to reject it on the layup. He was all alone, Ben, and McGuffey did not know what happened.
Holy moly, what did I just watch? Look at this. Boom. That was a phenomenal play. Just ran at least 20 miles an hour just to get that ball.
Darian McGuffey certainly had his pocket picked on that one. It is not a backcourt violation on an inbounds pass, so even though it crossed the center court, it's irrelevant. It's grabbed by Youngquist. Youngquist kicks it to McGuffey. McGuffey's pass deflected. Nice play by Chiquito to get his fingers in there to deflect. Going coast to coast is Smith. His layup is no good, but he's hacked on the way to the goal. He'll shoot a pair of shots at the charity stripe, and we'll take a look at that last drive by Aiden.
Yeah, able to draw that foul there and able to drive, but unable to get the shot in. but good foul there.
The foul will go against McGuffey. That's his first personal first-team foul. And as we've seen throughout his career, Aiden is just lights out from the free throw line.
He is really good as a shooter as well there, Ian.
As expected, as predicted, Aiden makes 2 of 2 from the line, and the Indians lead 4-0.
Another thing to point out is Aiden Smith got almost 30 points against BR the other night.
Briggs tries to thread the needle, deflected by John Emile. Ball deflected up by our end as the transitional pass by Emile was deflected out of bounds by Briggs. It'll remain Dartmouth ball with a fresh shot clock.
I don't know why they're doing a full court press this start of this game.
Hard pick there set by Emile. No call, and a layup is up and good. Dylan Gomes going to the goal.
Aiden Smith.
Aiden Smith. Here's Briggs down low to McGuffey. McGuffey, baseline, and he's called for the travel.
Good call there by the referee's eyes there.
And with that 6-0 run, Joe Pazzi, the head coach of the Sachems, will burn his first timeout of this first half. So, as expected, the Indians, their high throttle offense, they've come out flying here, led, of course, by Aiden Smith's got a couple of buckets, and Dylan Gomes. On senior night, Dylan Gomes drew first blood, and he really set the tempo, and the Indians haven't looked back since.
Yeah, really. Like you're just saying, like Dylan Gomes breaking the score sheets first. It's really good to score the first bucket on senior night as well. I remember I'm not a senior yet, but I can be in their shoes right now.
What grade are you in now?
I am in 10th grade. Next year I will be in 11th, junior.
Oh, that's what comes after 10, 11?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. You didn't have to explain that, Ben. I went through high school. I know you might think I'm old, but I'm only 37. My God.
That's when you have teachers like Mr. Parati.
That's when I had hair on my head, and I was about 30 pounds lighter, and yeah. See what you have to look forward to, Ben?
Yeah.
Here's Chiquito. Hey, look, as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. Thinking about a 3 was Emile. He'll put the ball on the deck and slow it down. Jake, right side of the arc. Hunter down low. Hunter, nice bump, no call. Up and good for Hunter Madison. Trying to draw the call was Jacob Briggs. He flopped, nothing doing. The refs didn't buy it. 8-0 Indians.
I don't know. It was a debatable call there.
No, the feet certainly were a set. Thinking about a 3, a deep 3 taken by Briggs. Back iron. The layup is put back up and in, however, by Nick Marzelli. Nick Marzelli, the fleeted foot of a point guard, just kind of swooped in, and he beat the box out of the Indians, and they didn't know what hit him. Dylan kicks it up top, left side. Chiquito kicks it right side, 3, front rimmed by Gomes, rebound, grabbed by Briggs. Briggs being guarded very heavily by Chiquito, but he does cross that timeline. Turnaround, free throw line jumper, bang for Charlie Botello. They've now cut the lead in half. It's 8-4.
Middleborough is really bouncing back here with almost 4 minutes left to go in the first.
Chiquito, I think he was looking for a pick there. No one came up. Kick it down low to Gomes, over to Hunter. Big size advantage. Finds a streaking and cutting Jake Chiquito. It's up and good. And that's the advantage of having a big man like that. He draws 2 defenders, and as a result, he finds an all-alone Chiquito.
Yeah, 2 seniors already breaking the score book tonight.
Nice hop, skip, and jump, and the layup is good for Nick Marzelli.
What a great drive there by Nick Marzelli, able to drive it and lay it off the glass and in.
We've seen that on 3 different occasions with Marzelli, that step. A pop shot taken by Smith, no good. Rebound by Hunter, put up, no good. Deflected. Rebound grabbed on the baseline by Marzelli. Nice footwork by Marzelli. Almost lost it, but saves it. Marzelli drops it off. Left side to Youngquist. Youngquist gives off to Botello. 20 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. No need to rush. Briggs thought about a three, being guarded by Chiquito. Swing it up top to Botello. Around that timeline we go.
They got to be careful. They got 3 seconds.
3 seconds now. There's a three. Up and wild as the shot was taken by Youngquist. Coast to coast shot by Smith is too hard off the back iron. No good. Rebound goes to the Sachums. Coast to coast we go. Trying to go to the net all on his own, and losing it on his own was Jacob Briggs. It'll be now Dartmouth ball, and we have a substitution on the Dartmouth sign as Elijah Montero will check in for Jake Chiquito.
I would like to take the moment and give kudos to Aiden Smith on that fantastic shot selection. Unable to make it, but great shot selection there.
Free throw line jumper turnaround by Botello, no good. Back ironed, rebound to Montero just off the bench. Wide open for a three. He'll take it. He'll just front rim it. John Emile, that's not really his shot, and the Sachums dared him to take it. He took a chance, but just missed. End-to-end, coast-to-coast layup by Briggs, no good. Rebound, Briggs tries for his second opportunity, no good. Out in transition is Smith. Smith over to Emile, he'll slow it down. Gomes down to Hunter, and just a volleyball swat out of bounds by Charlie Botello on the defense. It'll remain Indian ball.
Volleyball swat. Getting creative with those words, Ian.
Well, you've got to, you've got to find a way to bring some word salad into this. Here's Hunter, big size advantage, but somehow gets blocked. Second opportunity, blocked again. Back-to-back blocks by Charlie Botello on Hunter Madison.
I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical. I think that was a foul.
Now, don't be a homer now.
I'm not trying to be a homer, but I'm just saying.
Here's Aiden Smith on a steal. Scoops and hits. Count it. He'll go to the line, Ben, for a three-point play.
I think that's the only thing Dartmouth needed there, is to draw a foul. And what a great drive there by Aiden Smith. And once again, Botello foul for the Sachums, and that's their second foul.
That's his first second team foul.
Yeah. Second team foul, excuse me. Smith again on the line again.
And, of course, he's money in the bank from that charity stripe. Of course, you probably jinx him when you say that.
Yeah.
It's the old field goal commentator situation when you call a football game. You say, so-and-so never misses from 30 yards, and then they doink it.
I've done that before. Yeah.
What, doink the field goal?
It was not a field goal. It was a blocked field goal against, last year it was actually against New Bedford. It was Chad Amaral, who's our producer in the truck, but he's not here today. I told him Louis Freitas, who's also on the basketball team, is a really good kicker. He can kick from 50 yards out, and man, got blocked.
You jinxed him, dude.
And it was a scoop and score, so.
That's a three if it's good by Marzelli. It's no good, and the Indians have numbers if they hurry. Here's Emile. He'll slow it down. He'll take it baseline. A size, weight, and height advantage. The layup on a spinorama is no good. He took it right to Marzelli. It was the right play, just missed.
I like the shot selection, but unable to get it there.
Briggs on a fake me out, goes to the rack, no good. He's fouled on the way up, and he'll shoot a pair with 54.5 to go here in this first and opening stanza. Foul's going to go against Donovan Burgo, who just came off the bench. That's his first personal. Only the first team foul against Dartmouth here in the first half. They have played a very disciplined first quarter thus far.
Yeah, they are playing really good so far. And Aiden Smith is currently leading right now with 7 points.
Glad you've decided to spend part of your Wednesday evening, if you're watching us live on DCTV and Dartmouth Community Media, for this high school athletics game of the week between the homestanding Dartmouth High varsity Indians and the visiting Middleborough High School Sachums. That's a three if it's good. Back iron by Smith. Rebound, who wants it? Grabbed by Middleborough. They've got numbers if they hurry, but instead, conservatively, Youngquist will slow it down. Youngquist almost lost a handle, gets double teamed. Top of the timeline, thinking about a three was Tullish off the bench. He drops it back. That's a three now taken by Youngquist. No good. Offensive board grabbed by Brady Roach off the bench. He tries to tip it over to the left side to Ryan Marzilli off the bench. It's deflected out of bounds. However, it goes off of Dylan Gomes. It'll remain Sachem ball with a fresh shot clock. Thinking about a three right off the bench. Wide open is Jacob Briggs. Bang. 13-11 now your score, in Dartmouth, I would assume, will play for the final shot here with 13 to go.
I was about to say something. Shop shooting threes for
A reverse layup by Dylan Gomes, up and good. 3 seconds to go. Middleborough has to hurry. Tossing up a prayer is Ryan Marzilli. It's no good. Shot is miscued, and with that being said, the first quarter of play will draw to a close. After 1 quarter of play, we've got a good one here. 15-11, Dartmouth on top. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with second quarter action in just a moment here on DCTV. All right, we're back for second quarter action here at the Coach Steve Gaspar Court on the campus of Dartmouth High School. Ian Abreu alongside Ben Smith, and the Sachems will inbound right in front of us.
It's been a really good first quarter, back and forth like I just said, but really a great defensive game.
It was really a quarter of runs on both sides if you look at it. All alone, down low, scoop and a score from Matt Youngquist, but who really made that play, Ben, was Charlie Botello to draw two defenders who thought he was going to shoot.
I like the shooting percentage, shooting there by Youngquist.
Hunter, swing it around up top. Three ball, no good, taken by Logan Kennedy, but the rebound's grabbed by Madison. Turnaround, rejected again. Charlie Botello has had Hunter Madison's number so far in this first half. 3 blocks now by Botello against Hunter. A deep three taken by Briggs, no good. Rebound hoovered up by Montero.
Like I'm saying, is that they need to slow down the three-pointers. Slow it down for now.
Aiden, nice ball handling, kick it right side. Kennedy, swing it to Montero. 17 on the shot clock, plenty of time, no need to rush anything. A deep three, front rimmed by Smith, rebound deflected out of bounds. It'll be Sachem ball.
I forgot, who was the last basket on the... For
Middleborough?
Yeah.
That was
Youngquist.
Youngquist. Yeah. On an assist by Botello. Here is Youngquist. Leaving it off on the right side. Now that's Marzilli. Gets his pocket picked by Aiden Smith. Coast to coast, no good. Rebound put back up and good. Cleaning up the garbage was Logan Kennedy. And he banks it in.
How about that from Logan Kennedy? He told me if he makes a shot, I have to call him out on it, and I'm indeed calling him out. Shout out to him on that one. Hope he watches this right now.
Marzilli wide open for a three, and Youngquist will take it himself to the goal. Too hard on the layup, no good. Rebound grabbed by the Indians, and here's Montero. Madison. Bounce pass down low. Turnaround hook shot taken by Burgo is deflected out of bounds. A blocked shot by Botello once again. And Botello, that now gives him 4 blocks on the evening. He has got some serious ups in his game, I'll tell you that. He can get up there. Kennedy.
That's the second time I'm going to call him out on that. That was a great shot by Kennedy.
Coming off the bench, Logan Kennedy, the junior guard, making his mark felt here this evening. 4 points off the bench, key points.
He's going to be a really good player next year, if you look at it, Ian.
Right side three, splash. Ryan Marzilli threads the needle. It's now again a one-possession game. Montero gets the pick from Hunter. Up top, Burgo thought about a three. That's not his game. He'll put the ball on the deck, set it back. Logan over to Elijah. Elijah, 1-on-3, and it's good! Elijah Montero takes it himself, 1-on-3, and he scores. It's 21-16.
I got to give kudos to Elijah Montero. Lays it off the glass and able to shoot it. That great shot there by Montero.
Layup is up and good for Jacob Briggs on the baseline. And again, it's a one-possession, three-point game. Every time Dartmouth seems to start to extend their lead and pull away, these Sachems will not go away.
Yeah, it's really a back-and-forth game, like I said earlier. It's a really good back-and-forth game as well.
Hunter tries a three, no good, but it's a long, far-out rebound, and it goes right into the wickets of Kennedy, and a fresh shot clock for Dartmouth. Here's Madison. Up top, Burgo will take a three and make a three.
Swish, swish, swish from Donovan Burgo. You see him average like 2 points a game, and today he shot a three.
And I was just saying earlier, that's not his game, and the Sachems were daring him to take the shot. He took it, and that shot rattles around and in for Botello. But again, they were begging and taunting Burgo to make that shot. He's 6'3". He's a strong forward down low. They said, go ahead, make the shot. He did, and he made Middleborough pay.
Yeah.
Kennedy trying for the layup, but that's just basic geometry there. That's not going to work when you're going against Charlie Botello. That now gives Charlie 5 blocks in one half. Here's Madison on the inbounds pass, 14 on the shot clock. Hunter, free throw line jumper. That's one he makes 10 times out of 10, and it just rolled around and out.
Hunter Madison's looking cold so far. Only 2 points this game.
Coast to coast is Jacob Briggs, and we got ourselves a ball game here, folks. 24-22 as we head to the latter part of this second quarter.
No, it's really, as a commentator, I like to see close games.
Well, of course you do.
I don't like to see like blowout games like 13-36. I'm just saying.
Aiden Smith with a big three coming back off the bench, and he helps extend the Dartmouth lead to 5.
It's really been a good game for Aiden Smith so far, 10 points.
McGuffey dropping it back for a three taken by Briggs. No good. Indians have numbers. Hunter just out of bounds. Hunter had it and just lost control. That's one probably you would say you'd want Donovan to take it to the hole himself. He had the layup, and I give him credit for the drop back to be a good teammate, but he had a clear lane. He dropped it back to Hunter, and I don't think Hunter was ready for that pass.
No, he wasn't.
Donovan will take a seat, and John Emile will check back in. Emile off the bench. He thought about a three. He'll slow it down, kick it up top to Aiden. Aiden Smith appeared to be looking for a pick, didn't get it. Hunter, turnaround, left-handed floater, no good. Rebound grabbed by Jacob Briggs.
I mean, great drive there by Dartmouth, though.
Briggs. Oh, yeah, count it, and he'll go to the line. That was pretty. Jacob Briggs saw an opening. He took it right to the rack. He banks it up and in. Count it, and he'll go to the line with a chance for an old-school three-point play.
Yeah, great drive and drawing the foul. Great drive and a foul there by Jacob Briggs.
The foul, obviously, as clear as day, goes against Hunter Madison. Only his first personal, third team foul with 1:58 to go in the half. It's safe to assume neither team will be in the penalty here. for the remainder of this half. And he's a good shooter. Jacob Briggs makes them pay, and it's again a 2-point ball game. Here's Smith on the crossover. Gets that pick set by Emil. Shot is up and good. Hunter Madison. Maybe that's the start of him getting into a hot streak, Ben.
Yeah, hopefully.
29-25, the Indians re-extend that 2-possession lead, but not for long. Reverse layup is good. A parting of the defensive C of the Indians, and Youngquist makes them pay.
It's 4 points so far for Youngquist in this game.
$1:15 to go. Aiden, pop shot, no good. Rebound grabbed by Briggs.
I like the enthusiasm there by Aiden Smith, but I could see it from here that he was not going to make that shot.
The Sachems now have a chance to take their first lead of the game if they hit a 3.
Ooh.
We're going to get an offensive foul called against Nick Marzelli. Got to give credit to taking the body. That was Hunter Madison. He set the feet and took the charge.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah, those
Yeah,
feet were set.
You know, Hunter Madison's a good big man, 6'7", and with that wingspan that we were just talking about earlier.
I tell you, Nick Marcelli was not happy with that call. He was mouthing off to the official.
I expect a full court press like they're doing right now.
And
under 2 minutes.
And we still have Marzelli and the far side official going back and forth. Got to be careful. These officials will tee you up and not think twice about it.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
You know, you're not exactly LeBron James out here.
I want to describe LeBron James, Grayson Allen.
Smith going between the legs. A floater, no good. The foul's going to be on the floor, however, not during the shot. The official pointed to the floor, and we'll get a replay on that last foul.
Totally a foul, as you can see. Looks, passes it to Smitty, and moves away, and then regains possession. Great, kudos to him, but like that swat drew them the foul there.
There were some fans behind us wondering why that wasn't a shooting foul. The foul was on the floor, and that was clear as day. The turnaround jumper was up and no good, taken by Gomes. And the Sachems now once again have a chance to either tie or take their first lead of the ball game. A 5-second differential between shot and game clock. They could pretty much bleed it dry if they wish. Briggs.
I was about to say that, though.
Up top, there's a 3. High and wide, it was taken by Botello. Ball is loose on the floor, and Middleborough grabs it again, kicking it up top now to McGuffey. McGuffey swing it over to Botello, and now they'll play for the last shot if they wish. And going to the rack is Briggs. He gets his pocket picked. Grabbed now by Gomes. 3-second. Gomes loses a handle and going coast to coast on the steal. Laying it up as the time expires is Matt Youngquist. The basket is good. The game is tied, and we are going to go into halftime tied. Very sloppy play from Dartmouth to end that first half.
Yeah, really sloppy play. I'd say hold on to the ball until the clock winds down, and then shoot the 3-pointer or 2-pointer. Even in, you had Hunter Madison too as well. Could have shot that there.
Two good teams, both well respected in their respective conferences, and it should be a barn burner for the third and fourth quarter. We'll be right back in just a few moments for the second half action here on DCTV. We're knotted at 29 apiece. the second half, if it's a quarter of as entertaining as the first half was, we'll be in for a definite treat here for the next half hour or so. Ian Abreu alongside Ben Smith at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center in Steve Gaspar Court for what should be a very intriguing 16 minutes of action here down the stretch, as both teams are knotted up at 29 points apiece. And Ben, give us your thoughts on that first half. I know you have some of the high scorers for us and how it all shook out.
It was really a back and forth game for both teams. Really, Briggs and Smith have played really well for Briggs for Middleborough is playing really well. He so far has 9 points, and then Smith has 10 points so far on the game. I'm hoping for a better second half. Hoping for a better half this half.
And even though the Indians are Division II of the Southeast Conference and the Sachems are Division III of the South Shore Conference, don't be fooled. This Sachem team can scrap.
Yes, they can. The Sachems are a really great team. As you can see, they're all fighting on this court right now.
And they're no slouches themselves, as we talked about. They come in 14-5 overall, and right off the rip, an Indian turnover, not the way head coach Nick Simonetti wants to start things off here.
Yeah, defense is the main key coming into this second half for Dartmouth.
Layup is up and good. The first lead of the evening for the Sachems. And with the basket, it'll be Matt Youngquist again. He has been a force to be reckoned with on the offensive side of the ball.
8 points for him so far.
Here's Hunter. He's got to get it going if the Indians want to have a shot here tonight. He's got to rekindle that Hunter Madison magic that we all know is there. Dylan. Nice move. Dylan Gomes with that two-step hop, skip, and jump. He lays it in, and we're tied up again.
I like the shot selection there by Dylan Gomes. Lays it off the glass and in.
McGuffey almost lost control. Ball is loose on the floor, and we're going to get a kick ball called on the floor. It's going to go against Middleborough, and it'll be Indian ball.
You know, I got to point out something when I think it should have been a kickball when Dylan Gomes got hit in the shin there, but I don't know why they didn't call that.
Chiquito draws two defenders, pops it off right side, three taken by Emil, no good. We're going to get a push down low. It's going to go against Hunter as he was battling with that guy again who's had his number all evening long, Charlie Botello, and he was just too aggressive, pushes Botello, and he's called for the foul.
I don't know about that call. I'm kind of skeptical.
It does seem a little ticky-tack, to be quite honest with you, on the replay when you watch it again.
Yeah.
It was certainly to the dismay of Hunter. He had the arms raised. A layup attempt that time by Marzilli is no good. It's deflected out of bounds, however, and it'll remain Sachem ball.
But I got to say, though, that I've said this in many games, that referees some days need like a replay system, like professional NBA replay system.
Layup by Briggs is rejected by Gomes. It's deflected out of bounds on the reverb off of Briggs, and it'll now be Dartmouth ball. That played out perfectly for Dartmouth.
I think, like I just said, that just saves the day.
All right, here's Chiquito on the crossover. Hand off to Aiden. Takes a three. Front rimmed rebound grabbed by, who else? Botello. Great box out by Charlie Botello. I know it seems like I'm really praising this young man here tonight, but it's well earned.
Charlie Botello is a really good, highly competitive player. So
turnaround shots no good. Ball is on the deck. Diving for an A for effort is Aiden Smith, and he's a little slow to get up, but nonetheless,
yeah,
will remain Sachem ball.
When you go like 50 miles per hour getting a ball, and then you have another guy going 20 miles an hour, you're going to get collided really fast.
Not sure what the discussion or debate is at the scorer's table. There was no contact by anybody, so there's no debate on if there was a foul. Aiden Dofor, it went off of him out of bounds, clear as day, and it'll be Middleborough ball. And now we have another stoppage.
I don't know.
I'm at a loss.
Like I said, they need replay systems.
Unless the argument is the ball was out of bounds that Aiden dove for, and it went off him when it was already out of bounds. Ergo, it would be Dartmouth ball, perhaps, maybe. Not Sachem ball because it was already off, out of bounds, off the shot the Sachems had just taken. I don't know. Other than that, I can't think of any other scenario for there to be a debate here. Nonetheless, after all of that, Middleborough gets the ball. Botello deflected, grabbed by Gomes. Nice deflection by Aiden. Hunter down low. Nice play by McGuffey to steal it away. In transition, Briggs to Youngquist. Yes. 2-point, 33-31 lead for Middleborough in transition.
Youngquist is leading Middleborough at the moment.
Dillon slows it down, kicks it right side. Reverse layup is high off the glass, taken by Chiquito, no good. Rebound grabbed by Briggs. Briggs, coast to coast, end to end, perfecto. Grabs the rebound and then scores 2 points. Doesn't get any better than that. And the Sachems now have their largest lead of the evening at 2 possessions at 35-31.
I don't know why they're doing a full court press with 5:17.
Seems to be their MO. We've seen that a few times this evening. Here's Montero. He'll now quarterback this offense, and he's called for steps. And Simonetti wants an explanation, but certainly looked clear as day to me. Marzelli over to McGuffey. Bouncing it back down low to Botello. Draws 3 defenders, layup no good. Volleyball swatted back out. Nice play by Youngquist. Here's Briggs, one of the co-captains. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Thought about a deep 3. Instead, he'll take it on the pivot. Float on the reverb. No good. Ball deflected. Nice deflection by Emile. Grabbed by Smith. And Smith goes end to end. The shot is rejected. Nice rejection. Down low. And Aiden Smith is hobbled again. Slow to get up. You got to give credit to Aiden Smith here tonight. He is putting his body on the line. And he's paying the price.
I feel like he is really aggressive, and you've seen it in plenty of games from him. Oh, my. He trips up with the referee there as well. That does not look good.
And Hunter Madison is now at the line to shoot a pair.
And one of the officials came up to that official, got tripped, and said, "Are you okay?" And he nodded his head there. So glad he's okay.
And lost in all of that drama with Aiden Smith getting smacked to the court, the ball was deflected to Hunter in the meantime, and Hunter, he was hacked on the way up, and that's why he's shooting 2, and the foul goes against Charlie Botello, only his second. And he makes them both.
So far, he's been quiet in this game. 6 points so far.
I've seen Hunter light it up in the past, from beyond the arc, from inside the arc, and down low. Marzelli, hop, skip, jump, and it's good. Nick Marzelli, one of the senior co-captains, threads the needle again. It's now 37-33. Once again, a 4-point lead. Montero handing it off to Hunter down low, draws 2 defenders, kicks it out baseline to Emile. Emile up top to Madison. Dillon could have been flagged for a carry on that one. He was lucky, but it's stolen nonetheless by Briggs and company. Up top, thinking about a 3 and making a 3. Darian McGuffey, splash. 7-point lead now for the Sachems.
If I'm Coach Simonetti, I'd call timeout here.
Looks like he's going to let the boys play here, at least for now. Hunter, layup, yes.
That's a good way to answer the phone call there by Hunter Madison.
And the crowd is now fired up here at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center. You can hear them behind us. Spin move, layup, no good, taken by Youngquist. Rebound by the Indians, and they look to push. Here's the guy to do it, Aiden Smith. Free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound, nice box out and grab by Marzelli. Fans chanting for defense. Reverse layup is no good by Marzelli, but he is fouled. The question is whether or not the foul was on the floor or in the act of shooting. And the signal will be in the act of shooting, so he'll shoot 2 at the line. That, to me, is a stretch, to be quite frank. And I'll be unbiased, both sides down the line, but Nick Marzelli was hacked on that hop-skip jump toward the goal, and he hucked it up after it appeared to me to the naked eye anyway, after the whistle was blown. But, of course, the Sachems will take it, and we'll take a look.
Looking at this play.
See, right there was the call. I don't know, it's close.
I think that's a travel, honestly. If you look at it, I think he took like 3 or more steps there.
It's amazing how the game of basketball has evolved over the years, because almost, especially at the NBA or D1 collegiate level, and we've seen it even here at the local high school level, you could make the case for almost every offensive possession for a carry or a travel in some way, shape, or form. It's just the way the game has evolved. Luckily and thankfully, officials use their discretion and they let the boys play.
Yeah. It really counts on the coach, you know. In these games, coaching matters, and it really Dartmouth is so far needs to bounce back. They're down by 2 scores. They can at least score 2 3-pointers, here, and they'll tie the game up at 41. But they have to do really well on defense as well. Like, they got to really contain when they're in the paint, and they've been shooting so many threes in this half, and only 2, I think, gone in. And I think they got to do way better on defense this half as well.
Coach Ben Smith with the expert analysis.
I will not see myself as a coach anytime soon. So.
No, you're going to be an announcer, boy. You're going to be here on the sideline, and you'll be the guy to Monday morning quarterback everything as an expert, as a pundit, member of the media. It's your job to do that. But you know what, though? You've got to be transparent. You can say, look, I'm going to critique what you do, but I know full well I couldn't do what you do.
Oh, what a great way to keep it in bounds by Burgo.
Nice play, but it's stolen away, and it's grabbed by Nate Tullish, who just came off the bench. Here's Briggs, a floater. Oh, boy, what a nice arc that was. Jacob Briggs, that one was heading toward the heavens. That was high above the rim. 43-35, it's now an 8-point game. Hunter, over to Burgo. Thought about that 3 again, will take it himself, and that's his game. Floats it up and in. Nice play by Donovan Burgo.
Yeah, Donovan Burgo right off the bench is playing a really good game today. 5 points. You typically see Donovan Burgo get 2 points a game, and so far he's got 5.
Here's Briggs. We're going to get a foul down low. And before we get a look at that foul, we'll take a look at that nice Donovan Burgo layup.
Yeah, lays it off the glass and in. I like the layup there, and Donovan Burgo.
Foul, by the way, goes against Aiden Smith. We have some fan apparent really fired up behind us. He is riding these officials on every call. Nice play to the rack, and it's good! Ooh. Nick Marzelli! No! They're going to reverse the call. They reversed it. Offensive foul. Let's take a look. The far side official near us counted it, and the near side official by the bench said offensive foul. Conflicting calls. They confided with each other, and it goes the Dartmouth way.
He was standing. I could tell it.
Luck of the Irish there for the Indians on the call reversal. Let's see if they can make them pay. Here's Montero. Swing it. Down low. Hunter. Up top. Aiden. Kick it. Coming off the bench now is Kennedy. Over to Donovan. Madison has a height advantage, and he uses it to his advantage. And this time, he finally does go over Charlie Botello, who did come in to help, but he came in too late.
You know, I got to say, that both Smith and Madison are tied with 10. It's T.
And we have, no, I don't think it's going to be a T. We're going to get something here. I haven't seen any hand gestures yet, but there was some shenanigans on the baseline involving Elijah Montero. I was looking at the play here at the top of the timeline, and I think we are going to get a tee up on Elijah Montero, which means he obviously said something that the officials deemed to be inappropriate and, no pun intended, out of bounds. And it'll be a freebie here for the Sachems, and it'll be taken by their best free throw shooter, Matt Youngquist.
I don't know. I didn't even see it, but we didn't even see it as well. But I could tell, like, Montero's a really big trash talker in this.
Well, and I got to tell you, Nick Simonetti is not taking that very lightly, and as a result of his lane violation there, as a result of his infraction, Nick Simonetti will make Elijah take a seat and think about his actions and what he did.
I mean,
but you know, in a close game like this, Ben, a play like that could really tilt the scale. Every point matters, and points are at a premium here tonight.
Yeah, really. It all goes down the line right here. It feels like you're in the World Series, and
thinking about that very deep three as Briggs back iron rebound grab by Logan.
I wouldn't say World Series. I would say like the Eastern Conference Finals if I'm NBA.
There's Burgo layup, no good. Hunter blocked again by Botello. 6 blocks for Charlie Botello. My oh my.
Oh, what a turnover there by Chiquito.
Nice steal by Jake to Hunter. It's good. On a 2-on-1. And now it's 41-44. The Indians trail by 3. And the Sachems will look to take the final shot of this third quarter. Here's Marzelli. Gets a pick. Free throw line, passes deflected out of bounds, goes off of Kennedy. And we'll take a look at that last steal and the 2-on-1 layup.
Look at this. Lays it up, but not good. And Madison, no good. And then takes the steal. And look at the effort by Chiquito.
Bounce pass, shot by Briggs, no good. Rebound grabbed by Aiden. He throws up a prayer. Wouldn't have counted anyway as he grabbed the ball as the clock expired. But that'll end the third quarter of play, and we remain to be in the situation of a barn burner, the same way we saw it after the first quarter, the same way we saw it at halftime, and it's the same way we'll end the third quarter with the score 44-41 in favor of Middleborough. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action in just a brief moment. Welcome back, friends. Ian Abreu alongside Ben Smith. Boy, are we looking forward to this fourth and final quarter of action.
Yeah, when we just had that brief talk, I was mentioning that Dartmouth is really struggling right now. And, you know, Dartmouth's really good at bouncing back, and I hope that they do that in this coming quarter. The fans are on their feet right now.
We're going to get a foul on the floor, not in the act of shooting. The foul is going to go against Donovan Burgo as he put his arm out and smacked Marzelli just up top the timeline. That's his second personal. Only the fifth team foul, so the Indians are now starting to flirt with the 1-and-1 territory when they're one away. Up top, thinking about a three is Botello. He'll kick it back. Here's Briggs. He'll take a three.
I don't like
good off the rip, but it was just missed, and we're going to get another foul on the floor on the rebound.
I don't like that three-point call there.
It'll be a hand check foul, and we'll take a look at that last three that was missed, and then the foul. You just saw on the back end the foul goes against Logan Kennedy. Not in the act of shooting. It'll be an inbound situation for Tullish and the Sachems. Here's Briggs, who has made a 3 earlier, and he makes a second 3. Bang! Jacob Briggs showing us he can shoot from beyond the arc. 6-point, 2-possession lead now for Middleborough, 47-41. Here's Smith. Down to Hunter. Now it's time to white knuckle it if you're the Indians. Spin around, turn around shot, no good. But that's what Hunter's got to do, draw the contact that he does. And he's a good free throw shooter, and he will shoot a pair at the line.
Yeah, hopefully they even this game out with the 2-score game here.
You see, even though this is a non-conference, non-league game, again, the Indians come in at 5th place in the overall tournament standings in the MIAA D2 boys standings. And we'll take a look at that replay. But as we look at that, you see here, every game is so crucial because of the fact that they want as best seeding as they can going into the postseason.
Yeah, the Boston Globe, shout out to them. They're doing a lot of great stuff there and ranking our teams, plenty of the teams that are in the rankings. They're number 5 in the state, right? As assuming?
The number 8 in the state.
Number 8 in the state.
There's a deep 3 taken by Briggs, no good. Rebound grabbed on a 2-on-1, and we're going to get another foul against the Indians. Dartmouth is getting a little too undisciplined now, a little too aggressive. 3 fouls in 3 straight offensive possessions for the Sachems. And now they're in the penalty. Yep, with their 7th. Now they're there. And Tullish will shoot at least a 1-and-1 at the line. And they've got a long time to go. 6 minutes, 55 seconds left. The odds are they'll be in the double bonus at some point here in this 4th quarter. Not good. Not ideal for Simonetti. But the 1-and-1 is missed by Tullish, and the Indians will try to make them pay. Here's Smith to Burgo.
That's the thing Dartmouth needed there. A 1-on-1 miss.
Chiquito will just hand it off to Smith. Nice crossover, much to the cheers of the home crowd here. 15 on the shot clock. Donovan. Nice up fake maneuver. Ball's deflected out of bounds, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. It's going to go against Jacob Briggs. That's his first personal, and now they're flirting with penalty territory. That's their 15th foul.
Yeah, you gotta think that it's a reach-in foul, so it's already on the floor. But if it happened in the paint, then I think it'd still be a foul on the floor, though.
Here's Smith looking for help, finds Hunter. Burgo up top, kick it left side of the arc. Smith up fake, slowing it down with 30 on the shot clock. Plenty of time, no need to rush. Hunter draws 2 defenders, well placed, well played, and Donovan Burgo makes them pay. It's a 2-point game.
Yeah, keeping it as a close game there. Got to give kudos to Burgo too as well.
A floater, it's good. Nick Marzelli quiets the crowd.
And the Let's Go Dartmouth has chants have erupted here at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center. Chance, excuse me.
Aiden, a deep 3. No good. Rebound. Who else? Patello.
I don't like the 3-point call there. I got to be honest with you.
Well, he saw an opening, thought he could make it, but it wasn't deep, and we're going to get an offensive foul called against Marzelli on the push.
Wow, what a change of events in this game. They are 1 foul towards the penalty.
Can't do that. This is not football. You can't stiff arm someone. Here's Chiquito. Madison up top to Chiquito. We're going to get another foul on the floor, and that will put Middleborough in the 1-and-1.
Yeah, should.
The scoreboard shows 5 team fouls, but it should read 7. That's a mistake on the scorers.
Sim is putting on looking at the scoreboard. Excuse me.
We're up to 6, but it should now be 7. We were at 6, and that's the big debate here. Let's take a look at that last foul. Yeah, we're at 7. We're correct now.
Yeah, puts them in the penalty now.
But now it's incumbent upon the Indians to make them pay. They've got to hit these 1-and-1s. But they've got the right guy at the line to make them pay. They've got Aiden Smith, their best free throw shooter.
He's a really good free throw shooter as well. You know, he reminds me of Jason Tatum when he shoots at the line.
Well, Tatum misses a lot, actually. So I hope this guy doesn't miss.
I don't want to jinx it.
No. You did not. Ooh. You were holding your breath there, Ben. You were holding your breath.
That was a near one.
And after that first shot, Simonetti will call her for a timeout. So with 5:20 to go, we have a timeout on the floor. We have a 3-point ball game here with Middleborough on top, 49-46. Tatum is a pretty good free throw line shooter, but in the NBA Finals last year, he missed a lot of free throws, man. He really did, but he's a heck of a player.
Yeah,
I look forward to him returning back into the lineup soon. He's been ill for a couple of days.
He's playing tonight, I think.
I think he is. I know Marcus Smart's coming back. I know that.
The big three, I think, is coming back tonight.
It's amazing the other night that the Celtics did what they did against Milwaukee in overtime with the bench pretty much just being depleted.
Yeah, I gotta say, some games, you know, you got Jason Tatum, who's an all-star, and I think just rest him for a game is fine.
Yep.
But let them just get on the bench and rest them for some games, and that's what Coach Mazzulla has done this season as well.
Yeah,
we've seen a lot of players got key players who rested for plenty of games, like Marcus Smart, etc.
All right, Aiden will take his second of the 1-and-1.
Oh,
well,
the announcer's jinx.
you half jinxed him. He got 1-and-1.
Oh man,
the aim was there, the distance was not.
I should not compare him to Tatum anymore, though.
Interception by Chiquito on the pass sought by Briggs. The Indians can tie with a 3. Aiden, ball on the floor. We're going to get a jump ball called, and the arrow will remain with Dartmouth. .26 seconds to go on the shot clock for Dartmouth. No need to rush anything here. They can set up their offense, get their picks. Here's Chiquito off the inbounds pass. Spin move, draws 2 defenders, dumps it off top to Smith. Here's Aiden, gets a pick from Hunter. Smith, down low, baseline, Emil, reverse, no good. Rebound, Hunter. Does not go in, but he draws a foul in the act of shooting. That'll be a guaranteed 2 shots at the line. The foul goes against Briggs.
You know, I gotta say there, I think if he passed it to Aiden Smith, he was wide open. He could have shot the 3 there, but I like the gutsy call and drawing the foul there by Hunter Madison. Again, Hunter Madison's really good at the line. I don't want to make it another announcer's jinxian, but
don't do it. Just don't do it. If you want Dartmouth High School to win, you don't say.
Oh my gosh.
See? But you mentioned it. You mentioned the jinx. You jinx by saying jinx. It's kind of like when someone's pitching a no-hitter or a perfect game.
Yeah.
You don't say anything about it. Foul down low. It's going to be a hand check foul going against Dartmouth, so that'll be a 1-and-1 at the line. The shots will be taken by Botello, and the foul is going to go against Emil. That's his first personal. Take a look at that last foul committed by Emil.
Yeah, great foul there. Great eyes by the ref, and able to see that foul, too. I mean,
he was all over him for sure. Again, a 4-point ball game with 4:30 to go.
Dartmouth is really good at cutting the leads shorter, and that's what they have done, managing not putting them above 10 points in this game.
Here's Gomes on the baseline to Chiquito. Finds Hunter with 15 to go. Thought about a 3. He can make that shot, but instead he slows it down. Emil. Bounce pass over on the right side, saved by Gomes, almost went out of bounds.
Oh my Lord! What a shot by Dylan Gomes!
That was a prayer by Gomes. The shot clock was winding down. How that made it in, who knows, but you'll take it. It's a 1-point game, and the crowd is going nuts here in Dartmouth.
Man, I love it.
Here's Marzilli, a layup, no good, gets his own rebound, kicks it up top. Deep three taken on the left side by McGuffey, no good. Rebound, here comes Aiden Smith. Behind the back, trying to find Hunter. Ill-advised pass, intercepted by Youngquist. Youngquist now goes coast to coast, and it's good. Matt Youngquist silences the crowd once again. It's a 3-point game.
See, I'm telling you, you need Dylan Gomes in this situation to shoot some threes.
What a game so far. Here's Chiquito down to Madison. Being guarded by his kryptonite tonight, Botello. Pop shot from 10. No good. Taken by Smith. Rebound to Briggs. Just dipped under the 3-minute mark here as time continues to tick-tock away. Baseline three. Splash. Darian McGuffey from beyond the elbow. 6-point game. And Nick Simonetti's going to say, let's slow this down and call for a timeout. And look at that Middleborough bench. They are fired up under head coach Joe Pazzi.
Yeah, I think Dartmouth needs to at least draw some fouls and at least get a
They have to, you're right.
Yeah.
They have to.
And at least put another three-pointer up on that board.
Well, it's clear that the 3-point long sharpshooting game is not with Dartmouth tonight. That's okay. So you have to adapt and take it to the rack.
Yeah.
And there's McGuffey's three.
That's a perfect shot.
Yeah, nothing but net. Great follow through, great arc, great form. And it was a full timeout taken by Simonetti. The full minute. Well, we've got ourselves a barn burner, as predicted, right off the rip in the first quarter. What did I say? I say this game, the way it's going back and forth, is going to be wire to wire, and my prediction was correct.
Yeah, so is mine. I said it was going to be back and forth, and so far it's been a back and forth game. I really love it.
Interesting to see the play call that Simonetti cooks up here, but I'd be shocked if we see a three and we don't. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Go to the rack. Aiden Smith banks it home. Perfect play call, perfect execution. Here's Botello, no good. Rebound grabbed by Gomes, deflected out of bounds. It's a jump ball call because they were tied up, and the arrow's going to go back to Middleborough.
Yeah, great execution there by Dylan Gomes too. Fighting to get that ball, and I mean, it's Middleborough's ball, but great execution there.
Botello leaves it off to Marzelli. To the rack, and it's good! Nick Marzelli goes around Smith and lays it in. These Sachems will not go away.
Oh, it's a foul.
And it's going to be a foul on the transition coming up through the court. Getting too aggressive that time, it appeared to have been Darian McGuffey. That's his fourth personal. Hand checks the transition on Smith, and Smith will now shoot a 1-and-1.
I'd love to see this game go into overtime if it's possible, but you know.
Well, this is not the guy you want to put at the line when you're trying to maintain a slim lead.
No announcer's jinx, so.
I didn't say anything. I just said he's.
Well, oh my gosh! I can't.
You know, hey, look, I don't know what to tell you. Here's McGuffey. McGuffey called for a double dribble.
I gotta stop making announcers jinx now.
Oh,
I need to stop using the word jinx.
I just committed the crime too, I guess, apparently. But hey, listen, not for nothing. I tell you, Aiden is an excellent free throw shooter. His career has proven that. It is what it is. Nothing wrong in saying that. Aiden down to Hunter. Turnaround jumper is good. That's Hunter Madison's game to a T. Wanted a call, did not get it.
All I say is they're going to run the clock down, but like defense has to be really good at this point of the game.
Briggs with a deep three. Oh, that's a backbreaker. Jacob Briggs. My, oh my. It's a 7-point game. Wow! Aiden Smith down to Madison. Madison almost had the N1. That would have been huge. Does not get the N1, but he'll shoot 2 at the line. And as a result of that foul, Middleborough is now in the double bonus.
Yeah. It's not where you want to be if you're Middleborough at the moment.
So now if you're Middleborough, you want to bleed clock every time you get the ball and drain the full 30. There's no reason to try to huck up a quick shot. Simonetti is going to call for a timeout now after that first shot. I guess that now at this point, now say Hunter makes the second one. Okay, so now it's 61-56. It's a 5-point game. And if Middleborough wants to bleed the clock of 30, that'll take you down to just about 40, right around 40 seconds. So do you foul right away if that's the case, or do you let them just try to bleed the clock and take a shot and take a chance? I don't know. It's really a jump ball kind of a decision to make there.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Dartmouth should bleed the not Dartmouth. They should really contain on defense, which they are not doing so good so far on defense, but they need to do really well as well.
Every time Dartmouth has inched closer and closer in this second half, there has been one breaking shot after another by the Sachems. Yeah. Whether it's a deep 3 by McGuffey, a deep 3 by Briggs, you had Marzelli streaking to the basket with these great layups, and he's cutting and slicing. These Sachems came ready to play basketball here tonight.
Yeah, they were. Indeed, they are up by 6 with the top-seeded Dartmouth team.
Well, if Dartmouth were to fall short tonight, it might be...
They're playing Brockton after this.
Right. If they were to fall short tonight, the glass half full could be maybe, hey, look, going into the tournament now, we can't look past certain teams that we think we can beat. We have to bring our full throttle every single night.
Yeah, 110% per every game as well. That's indeed.
And that's huge. Hunter makes 1 of 2, and he, too, is an excellent free throw shooter, and that's what Nick Simonetti probably wanted, a foul right away by Dylan Gomes. That was clear as day, and that was obvious, and that was dramatic in the sense of grabbing him to make it obvious. So that was a straight stop-the-clock play. But remember, it's only a 1-and-1, so they'll take a chance here, and they'll hope that Briggs will miss.
The crowd has to be loud on this moment right here.
It's not looking good, fans of the Indians, I'll tell you that. Not right now.
No, it isn't. This is actually this might be my first loss as a commentator here at the Lynch.
So you're doing the reverse jinx is what you're doing. Yeah. So now the Indians have to hurry. They really do. Here's Chiquito.
This is all sports, by the way.
Dylan Gomes will take a 3. That's huge. Dylan Gomes with a big 3. It's a 5-point game. Now here comes the press. Botello just cracks the press with a minute to go. And Gomes will foul Briggs, and that'll put the Indians now in the double bonus, so that'll be a guaranteed 2 shots for Briggs. Well, there is a pulse in Indian Nation with that 3 by Dylan Gomes for sure, but it may be irrelevant if Briggs can make both of these free throws. He is such a good free throw shooter.
Wow, he's doing really well, though. I wouldn't bear the noise. I'd miss that shot.
All of his free throws don't even hit the rim of the backboard. They're straight threading of the twine. Every one of them, just like that. Oh, now Dartmouth really has to hurry.
Ball doesn't lie.
Here's Smith. 55 to go. End to end, it's good. Now will Dartmouth foul again, and Nick will call another timeout. Nick Simonetti will call another timeout.
If I'm Dartmouth here, I have to do really well on defense and, at least get a turnover and then put up a 3-pointer, hopefully.
And that's the thing if you're Middleborough. You want to play strong defense, but you also don't want to commit a stupid foul where you create an and-one situation. So you see right there, Aiden Smith sort of had a free reign to the hoop. Yeah, it's almost like they're giving him the basket because they don't want to smack him and get called for a foul and try for an and-one.
Yeah. Wow. It's like the most entertaining Dartmouth game I've ever commentated, actually. uh, I'd say my second. I'm talking about basketball in particular, boys basketball, and the second, what I have to say, was the naming of the Steve Gaspard Court. It was New Bedford, and this place was loud and crazy. And I think Paul Santos is on that. I don't know.
Paul Santos had the call. My longtime friend and colleague, Paul Santos. I've called a lot of games with Paul Santos over the years. Here comes the full court press by Dartmouth. Botello tries to bank it off of Burgo out of bounds. And we're going to get another timeout called in the process. This time the timeout's called by Joe Pazzi of the Middleborough side with 65 to 60 being your score and 48.1 left on the game clock.
It really has been a really good back and forth game for both sides as well. Think about it. They are fighting. It's like fighting for like I've seen you talk about the Celtics earlier, but the Eastern Conference Finals Game 7. This is like what it is. It gives me that feeling right now, but in reality, it isn't.
Alrighty, so that was a full timeout taken by Joe Pazzi on the Middleborough side. Glad you've decided to spend part of your evening with us. Ian Abreu alongside Ben Smith. We hope you've enjoyed this evening's game and our call of the game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed our call today.
Yeah, I like working with you. You're a very polite young man, and that's how I know I'm getting old. I'm calling you a young man. What year were you born?
07.
Oh, my God. I graduated college in 2008.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my. That's okay.
Thinking
I still like you. It's okay.
Thinking about it from the stretch, it's like everyone is getting a year older. Every year, every second, every minute, we're getting older.
Well, yeah, that's how this works, yeah. Can't stop the clock, my friend.
I wish.
So we had the foul on the floor. The foul goes against Hunter to stop the clock. That's his third personal. Again, Dartmouth is way in the double bonus now, so it's a guaranteed 2 shots from Arzelli. Yeah, and he's not missing either.
Unless we're Benjamin Button, we rewind time.
You can do that, yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see Dartmouth pulling this one out, folks. I really don't. 7-point game with 42 seconds to go. The slash and gash by Aiden is stolen away. Out of bounds, deflected. He'll be called for the foul as he smacks Matt Youngquist on the deflection, and that's going to be all she wrote. As you can see, the fans are heading for the exits on the far side of the entrance to beat the traffic.
I wouldn't blame them. It's like walking out of Gillette Stadium. You know how they have those ramps and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, yes, yes.
Big
I go to games quite often, absolutely.
Yeah. I haven't been to this year was actually the first year I went to one since post-Brady era.
Oh, great, yeah.
I went to the Bengals game on Christmas Eve. And
okay.
It was a cold one.
That was the Ramondre Stevenson fumble game. I went to the Jets game, the game for which Marcus Jones returned the punt for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
Here's Smith, end-to-end. It's good, but it's irrelevant. It's 69 to 62, and Nick Simonetti will call for a timeout. I appreciate Nick Simonetti's intestinal fortitude to play to the end and call for the timeout. Not sure what the strategy is here. It'd have to be either a quick steal, if you can't, a foul, stop the clock, hope that both shots are missed. You'd have to come down, shoot a 3. That would make it 69 to 65. Then you'd have to try to steal the inbound pass again, if not foul. Then they'd have to miss both shots. You'd have to come down, hit another 3 to make it 69 to 68. To me, I just don't see that happening, but we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, it's a really tight one with 31 seconds left to go, but I don't see that happening as well, like you just said.
No, it's not.
Yeah, when I'm saying this, it's going to be suffering my first loss as a commentator here at the Lynch, and
that's okay, Faith.
But it's
boy.
okay.
It's okay.
It's not going to be the first time. It won't be the first time. Won't be the last time.
Well, If the Indians want to have a hope, a wing, and a prayer here, they have to steal this inbound pass and huck up a quick three and convert on said three. Not going to happen. Foul right away, right off the rip on Briggs. Foul goes against Burgo. And Briggs is a great free throw shooter, and he'll continue to just extend this Middleborough lead here.
And that one worked.
She yelled after he shot the ball. The timing was off. An A for effort, though. And
I'll give
Briggs.
him a B.
Briggs will shoot the second. And that rattles around and in. 8-point game, 30 seconds to go. If you're Middleborough, do not touch these guys. Let them go in. And I don't know why they're smacking Dartmouth players here and why they're committing fouls. That is just foolishness, and head coach Joe Pazzi is not happy with that at all. He shakes his head. He leans over. He says, my God. Foul goes against Nate Tullish. That's his first personal, and they are in the double bonus. Has not been Aiden's day at the free throw line for sure.
No, it hasn't, really. If you're Dartmouth, you're hoping for a miracle. But I don't see that happening.
Aiden makes one of two, tries for the inbound steal, another foul. Foul by Gomes. Some of the fans behind us aren't exactly thrilled with the constant stoppages.
And this is fun. It's actually funny, though. And it reminds me of volleyball season. I do play-by-plays for volleyball, and like there's one person that sits beyond me who legit barks like a dog and says "Ooh, ooh, ooh," all the time. It's just funny.
Volleyball is a fun sport to call. It really is. I've always enjoyed volleyball because it's just so much back and forth.
Yeah.
And Marzelli makes them both, and this thing is over.
Say one more shot.
Madison will take a three. Not close. Grabbed by Gomes. Middleborough, it'd behoove him not to touch these guys. Let the clock wind down. Rebound grabbed by Youngquist. And I don't understand why we're constantly fouling here. And I get playing
games.
I get playing to the end, but my Lord, this game is over.
Exactly. I would have ran the clock if I'm Coach Simonetti. I'd say let them run the clock down. It's already over. You got 11 seconds left to go. I don't know how you're going to bounce back with
you're not going to.
11
The math is not there. It's basic math. I've been calling games for over 20 years, going back to when I was your age in high school, and at some point you just got to count your losses and say, hey, this thing's over. Let's lick our wounds and regroup.
Yeah.
An 11-point game with 11 seconds to go. Dartmouth will take the final shot, we think. Smith, a deep three. No good. Hunter grabs the rebound. Put up no good. Blocked, deflected, and Middleborough's going to win this thing. And look at that bench. They're fired up. The basket at the end does not count, and this thing is over with the final score of 74-63. And with the win, the Sachems now improve to 15-5, and they will improve their D3 tournament ranking. 10 games over 500, and with the loss, the Indians will fall to 15-3, and obviously this will affect their Division II D3 tournament seeding as we go down the stretch here. Ben, final thoughts?
It was not Dartmouth's game today, but they'll hopefully bounce back against red-hot Brockton team. Brockton is a really good team, but Dartmouth 7-1 on the conference, but the only loss to Durfee. But I don't know. Well, I mean, Dartmouth has a lot to prove, and they have 2 more games left, Dennis Yarmouth and Brockton, and then we're going to the tournament. But they still got the bye. Still got the bye.
Well, unfortunately, on senior night with all the festivities, the Dartmouth High Indians could not give their packed house a victorious evening where they could walk away with the win, but you got to give credit to Middleborough. They came here ready to play today. So the final score for the final time, Middleborough 74, Dartmouth High School 63. For my broadcast partner, he's Ben Smith. I'm Ian Abreu. On behalf of our entire production team, Dan Medeiros and everyone else, so long from the Carlin Lynch Activity Center, and we'll see you again soon. Good
you all
night,
soon.
everybody.